What was you had your night with Nate Diaz,
bro?
Right? But I feel like there was more to it or something.
Bro.
No? Yeah.
Nobody on earth is better than Nate Diaz.
Yeah, that checks out. I feel like.
So I did a show with Rogan, and the whole time, because like Rogan brought me out there, so I didn't want to be like a
What
dick.
venue was that?
We did Irvine again, but he had to do UFC at Anaheim the next day, so he was like, he can't get fucked up.
Yeah.
And have to. He does the prelims. He does the whole thing.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta wait till Rogan gets done with his set and kind of ask him. Like, can I go chill?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't want to be like, I definitely don't want to leave during his set and be a dickhead.
Yeah.
So, like, he got done. I was like, bro, I love Nate Diaz so much. This is my only chance to hang out with him.
That's like your number one guy, right?
Nate
You
Diaz,
always say, like, if I can hang out with one dude
you
in
can
sports.
hang out with one athlete,
Yeah.
Nate Diaz, without
Which
a
is
doubt.
a good answer, and I don't think many people would say that, but that's a good answer.
Bro, it's exactly what you think it is. It was everything I wanted. I walked in, it was him just shotgunning a fucking seltzer. I got in there late, and he was like, "Yo, get him one too." He's the nicest dude ever. Like
Right.
as soon as I walked in, he was like, "Yo, get this motherfucker one also," and he got me one. And then we walked outside, and he front kicked a stranger. He got in a fight with a stranger immediately.
Wait, I thought you were kidding.
No.
No.
So Nate's like, everybody that comes up, he's like, let's get a picture. Yeah, fuck you, like all that. And then one dude walked up that was like jacked. And Nate Diaz just immediately was like, "Yo, you want to run up on us?"
But it was just like a perfectly nice guy who happened to be strong,
No,
right?
he
He was mean mugging.
Well,
was asking for it?
So I was a little fucked up, but it was tough for me to decipher: was he mean mugging because of the situation, or pre? I didn't see him pre.
Right.
So as soon as Nate called him out, obviously the dude's like,
Right. Then
"What's
he gets
up?"
on, yeah.
And Nate immediately is like, "Yo, what's up?" Dude, Roan said the funniest thing ever. So Nate has legs locked. I don't want to be smart, put racism on Roan, but he was like, so he slapped him like an Indian, like knees locked. Just nobody slaps like that on earth. Literally no bend in the knees, just like fuck. Motherfucker. And then obviously his boys jumped in and like pulled him apart. While they were pulling him apart, he threw a front kick, and I was just standing there like, yo. And he connected on this dude's hip, which just made him lose. Like he just flew everywhere.
That would I actually, if like.
And then hold on. And then me and Nate walked down the street together. Just me and Nate. It was the nicest
that's
moment.
cool.
Of my
Did you
life.
guys
He
kiss?
just front kicked the guy. I wish.
What were you? What was?
Bro,
what were you
he
talking
front
about when
kicked
you
the
like
dude, and
walked
then we
alone?
walked down. As soon as we walked away, he's like, "That motherfucker was like talking." I was sitting there like, "Yeah, for sure."
Totally,
like,
man.
Dude, you're the
Glad your
best.
boys broke it up because I was gonna jump in too.
He's the best ever.
I love the two things you said, that they were always at any time
Dude.
two people are grappling. At any given moment, someone's
everybody in
grappling.
the squad was wrestling. What's his name? Marvin Vittori was with us also. It was like the middleweight or whatever. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's the Italian. He's a monster. He had just gotten done fighting fucking Izzy for the
shit.
belt.
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
with us like, don't fuck with me. Like, he like spoke. Oh, man.
And then when you go outside and everybody
wrestling.
Everybody thought the other person called for an Uber, so you're just like wrestling
Dude.
outside and there's no Uber coming.
It was the worst. I mean, I was enjoying it, but I was just praying to God nobody started wrestling me. Just lifting my shirt up and like slapping me. I was like, please, guys, don't do your moves.
I've hung out with the Gronkowskis before, and it's basically the exact same experience. So
Yeah, I would
They're
like to see
exactly who you think they
the
are.
Gronks and the
And they're the
Diazes
best
together
people.
would
It's like,
be
everyone's wrestling.
unbelievable.
We forgot who got Ubers. It's like, I'm in the
That's it.
corner, like, don't touch me,
Please, I love you guys. You don't know how much I love you. Like you guys would be upset if you found out how happy I was. Yeah.
I did it after one of the Pats Super Bowls. At the Pats Rams Super Bowl, I was like in a mosh pit.
It's gonna be a rough dinner.
I mean, you've got to be like 13 deep, right?
No.
Are you sure, bro?
No, this is like 9.
I was in a mosh pit at the chain smokers at the Patriots after party with the Gronkowskis, and I
Yo,
took
chain smokers rule.
Yo,
For real.
Yo,
Chain
for
smokers-
real.
chain smokers rule. There's no denying it at this point.
Dude, and I had my shirt off and I was just like wrestling with them. but like we look significantly like different species.
No, for
And
sure.
at one point, like they were just like, dude, I don't know if you should be in here with us. I was so fucked up and I was so fat. They're like, I don't know, man.
Put your shirt on at least.
Maybe watch this one from the sideline.
That's the thing about Nate. Nate looks like a normal guy. His whole crew looked like normal guys. I was taking pictures with these dudes after, and one dude got tagged in it. He's like a boxing champion.
Right.
Like, these dudes are pure animals. And I was just like, yeah, this guy's small. I fuck him up. Taking pictures. Nate's just like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. I was like, yeah, true.
No doubt.
The whole night I was like,
True
yeah,
that.
dude, you're the best.
True
You're the
that.
best. I love you so much.
That's right, champ. That's right, champ.
No, Nate's incredible because like he's won enough to obviously be, respected.
Dude,
but he's the only guy in the world who, even when he fails at his respective craft, he gets bigger.
He
so
won.
he truly can't lose.
The last fight against Edwards, who was the one?
Where he like just took a beating.
Literally,
he had him in the very last second, but
knocked him out.
he didn't go after him really.
Pointed at him and was like,
Yeah, 'cause that's what he does. But
"You're the
that
best.
moment,
You're the best."
was cooler than winning.
Slap and a straight.
Yeah,
And he knocked
the guy
him
was
out.
like boom boom, and
Yeah.
instead of like finishing it, he went yeah.
Covered in
was
blood. Just
awesome.
like, yeah, I fucked you up. And then in the interview, they're like, you could have won that, Nate. What do you think? He's like, after party at my house. It's like,
Do not care, bro.
Who's
Do not
better?
fucking care.
Dude, when we went back to his house, it was an Airbnb of like 8 dudes. All they had was like a laptop plugged into a shitty TV, just blasting rap music.
Yes,
And I was
like on
this-
YouTube, pulling up like music
like
videos.
2 girls, no dude, like all dudes. Just like, yo,
That is your
fuck
dream,
that.
bro.
That guy's a piece of shit. I was like, you're the best. I love you. Oh, Nate Diaz
I can't
is
think
the
of
man.
anybody who's like further from me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not
Nate
like
Diaz?
we're not the same species. Like
Yeah.
Nate's a man. Nate's a guy. I'm not. I'm more of a chick than I am
Nate's the
closer to him. You know what I
definition.
mean?
Nate's a dog, dude.
Yeah, he's
Like to a T.
Yeah, yeah.
Go back and watch those fucking Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz interviews. If you want to get fired up, like so Conor's at the height, he's talking shit to everybody. He's like, fuck, blah, blah, blah. And then he runs into Nate Diaz, who's the one guy who's like, I don't care.
Does not matter. Fuck you.
Best shit
yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
He's like, probably there's the best part ever is there's an interview, I think it's like MSNBC Business or whatever. Some lady that's like, how do you think the fight's gonna go? And he's like, probably knock him out in the first round. And Nate just goes, he better. It's like, that's the best answer I've ever. He's like, he better knock me out. I'm gonna kill him.
That was because I was so in on the McGregor hype train, and I still am. Like I still McGregor. Find McGregor
It's
very
tough right now
entertaining.
these days, dude. Beating up old guys and shit.
One time, he threw
I'm all right
one
with
punch.
that. I'm all right with that.
I'm fine. I'm all right with punching old man in Irish
Beat
bar,
up that
for sure.
fucking DJ. He's always beating up civilians.
That's
you can't
fine.
beat up civilians.
I mean, we just listened to Diaz kick a guy in the chest.
Well, that guy's
That's
fine.
cool. That's Nate.
fine. And I will be honest, that guy did, he had like a tribal tattoo. He was wearing
He deserved it.
He was wearing a tank top. It wasn't socking a geezer at the bar.
Bro, that Irish dude could take a fucking
That
punch,
guy did.
bro.
He was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck was that? He's the middleweight champ.